They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A second down throw for Cousins. Dancing to his left. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. The Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a second down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come back, come back. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Emerson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. 2 jet, 2 jet. Here we go. Come back, come back.
To throw on second is Watson. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. To throw is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Richmond. Ready? Black gun it out, feel it. Come back. Two jet. Richmond. Come back. Come back.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Out of the gun, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Underneath for Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter. So that'll back him up 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go, I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set, and see if they can...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson taking it in. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And they did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. And ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to float this one deep right side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Two jet.
After the interception, here's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
Richmond.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 2nd down, Cook. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 58 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Caught here by Griffin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A give. This is Cook. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 82 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Going deep for Diggs. He's got it at the 15. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now a second down throw for Cousins. That is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be fourth and goal. Play of the half, Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at about the 32. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it again with Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Come back.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Fuller. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Richmond.
From the red zone now, Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Here's Watson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in, Texans will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22. To the air again, it's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he comes back with one complete. A good pickup there. They're 22.
Here we go. Let's go, let's go.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Third and long for Cousins. Flush to his right. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Second and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. It's Cousins on the sneak. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard.
Back now in Houston. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now they'll run. Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try to run with Murray. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Reset.
To the air yet again. Watson got his man complete over the middle. That's full. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Reset. Do jet. Come back. Shit. Reset. Tiger.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll go with Foreman. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over this.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. DJ Reader in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Cousins now on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 52 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Again, it's Cousins. Forced out to his left. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And Watson's going to throw it here. Room past the 20. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger. Two jet.
Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum.
Tiger. Two jet. Tiger. Black 99 Philly.
Now it's Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Tiger.
Now Watson. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Green the line. Green the line.
Throwing now, Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
Tiger.
Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last shot now for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.